Welcome to the Big Eyes Podcast. And I just randomly started it without letting AD know. So,
I
what's up,
saw it
AD?
coming. How you doing, brother?
I can't even lie, bro. Usually before this, we getting caught up, we whatever. But this is,
Yeah.
we try and get game plan down for the show. I read this Kaiju number 8 chapter this week, and like I just told AD, I'm all in on Kaiju number 8, bro. I'm all in.
You
These
love to
last two
see it.
chapters. Why did Kafka go to prison? They said they got my boy under the Aaron Act. They was like, "Oh, word, you can transform." They're like, "Lock that boy up." They was like, "Send him to the big house." Hey, this the first. He the first kaiju ever to get locked up, huh?
I think so, yeah. But that's when we about to start figuring out like what's really going on with these kaiju, bro. Like this is about to be crazy. He about to go under the whole interrogation, good cop, bad cop, finna be locked up, get the water splashed on him, drown a little bit, torture. You know what I'm saying? Like that man finna get through the
Yeah, man, he say they about to put him. They about to treat him like Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Damn, they say he about to treat him like a war criminal. He about to be a POW. Wow, kaiju POW.
Man.
Wow.
Imagine your best friend locking you up too. That's the worst part. That's the worst part. She got to take this man in.
Damn, she got to take this man in. Not even like she was just like, damn, I was just about to give you some too. He was just like, nope. Now you gotta. Yeah, man, that shit crazy. Kaiju number 8 was the fact that the chapter was that good. It might be chapter of the week. It might be the Big Eyes chapter of the week, man.
Man, speaking of, bruh, we about to be on like a whole bunch of breaks. Because next week is definitely gonna be a break. I think they doing Golden Week for Shonen Jump, so we ain't finna get.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll announce it here at the beginning of the show, and then whatever.
Yeah.
But this will be the Big Eyes podcast is going on a hiatus after this episode. We're gonna be gone for the month of May. We'll see y'all in June. This was a decision already made, and then it just kind of happened to play out that everything else is taking 2 weeks off. So it's like, okay, cool. Like this, listen, divine, the universe works with us. So,
Yes.
but yeah, so just a quick little announcement in the beginning. So this will be we have something special for you guys on Friday, and then after that we'll be on a break, and then for the month of May. And May we'll be back in June for your regularly scheduled manga programming. But we're here now, man. Excited to be here. Talk about this Sunday in drops where Kaiju number 8 legit took my breath away. Obviously, as you know, right now they are what they thought was the battle was done after that beautiful sequence against Kaiju number 9. But Kaiju number 9 had that, he had that last little, he had the red button, he had the C4 planted pretty much. And, with death, with all them guys staring, death in the face, Kafka had to make a decision, and he takes off and he pretty much transforms in front of everyone and to help save everybody. And I think that this reveal coming like this and so early, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm glad that they didn't keep this kind of like this secret thing of like a long running like throughout the series. Like all he has to do is, because I think it's hard for him to. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. His kaiju form is too important to his character for them to keep it hidden from everyone else, because it doesn't allow him to like really pull it out or like really just be like, he's not able to transform as freely. And I think him not being able to do that kind of took away from my care as a character, like as his character, because I'm gonna be real, him in his human form is not that fun. Like it is not like I think Kafka's funny. I think it's cool to see him kind of doing this whole like, I'm working from behind, but like he has that grit and that grind. But I'm not in it for the long run right now with this man. Like I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to sit here and see him, especially when you see how Cody is in kaiju form. And you're just kind of like, why
Yeah.
am I going to sit here and like, I don't want to see human Kafka go into battle. I want to see Kaiju Kafka go into battle and human Kafka hit. You know, human Kafka could do all the other human interactions after. But when it comes to like battle sequences, when it comes to that, like I want to see this man in his Kaiju form.
I feel you. I wholeheartedly agree. It's kind of crazy how it does play out too, though, because now that we have him revealing himself in front of everybody, you know, that raises so many questions on these characters. Like, all right, who else could transform into a kaiju? Who else is involved in like the defense agency that may be able to have this power? Are there like how do you harness it? Because you know that all of their material has been made. It's kind of like Tokyo Ghoul in the sense where they kill the ghouls and they take their powers and like make them into weapons. But they do the same thing with the kaiju and turn all of the ones that they kill into their armor, their guns, all of that stuff. So now that we see like Kafka transform into like the kaiju himself, you know what I'm saying? Like, what other possibilities can be made with kaiju like this? How do you separate that distinction? And I think that's gonna be the fun thing about like seeing how this unfolds with him being taken in the custody. Like, damn, free my nigga, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just interested to see how this is gonna play out because you know he's not gonna be locked up forever. Like,
No,
but
he's
it
not.
depends on
They're not gonna keep him. They're not gonna keep him in there
yeah,
forever.
yeah,
Um, Nah, I agree though. I think that I mean they've already introduced that there are other humans that could turn into kaiju. I mean Kaiju number 9, we've seen him and when Kafka and Kaiju number 9 fought, you know, there was
yeah,
definitely that moment where they're like, yo, who the you know? So
yeah.
I do think that this definitely does though open up that mystery of how many more you motherfuckers are out there.
Yeah,
Um
because you know that like
and
he got
yeah,
his powers by like ingesting a kaiju in the first place. So like, all right, so how does that work? Like, if we think about it in JJK terms, do we got to ingest like Sakuna fingers? You know what I mean to gain some kaiju powers? You know how's that gonna go? Like, so I really want to see how they gonna like explain this whole thing with kaiju, and we develop the world with kaiju number 8.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think that this is why I feel that I'm all in. They have now like kind of like you said, they've expanded this world a bit more and
Mm-hmm.
kind of widened the scope. So it's like, okay, cool. Now there's much more things that can be played upon in this story now where they're at. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this chapter. Even though this chapter is like maybe 75% pictures. 70 it's like 75% pictures and like maybe a few words of actual of actual dialogue.
That nigga actually
Uh
charged up like that Gon punch, like the first comes rock, like
oh yeah,
that.
man. Listen, he charged up there like he punched that shit, just earthed it, literally earthed it. But yeah, Kaiju, great chapter. It's that time of the month though, AD.
Yeah, man, it is. It is.
And which one you want to talk about? The one that we like or the one that we don't like?
Let's talk about
Which
the one
one's
that we.
going first?
Let's talk about the one that we don't like.
Okay, so the one that we don't like this month is drum roll please, Dragon Ball Super for like the fucking third month in a row. Okay, no, not like third month in a row. Um, so this Super chapter.
I'm not down on it per se. I just like Boruto more this month, honestly. Like this wasn't a bad chapter because last chapter we saw Granola flex his powers on the heaters. They saw that he became the strongest in the universe. It was like, hold on, player, we're gonna let you know when to find Frieza, and they come up with like a plan to like get him to come in face with Goku and Vegeta. This chapter is all of that stuff that's playing out at the moment. You see like the heaters are going to the guy who knows everything, Zuno, and ask them a whole bunch of questions. And I think the chapter itself is pretty good for like the story that they're trying to convey. We're getting all of this information. We're getting them like setting up the fight for Goku and Vegeta to come together with Granola.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm gonna break this down really from like beginning to end, and then just tell you why things are frustrating me more and more. Okay, so first we go. We're getting we're seeing Goku and Vegeta. They're training. They're continuing to do their training. It has this moment with Goku where he's like, you know, why do you think angels are so strong and this and that? He was like, well, I'm always in the. So pretty much you figure out that angels are always in the ultra instinct mode. Like they don't ever
Yeah,
leave it.
it's not a
Uh,
transformation.
yeah, it's not a transformation. It's just like it's literally a state of mind, pretty much like that you're always in. Um, and he's like, when like Goku, you need to learn how to stay in this state of mind all the time. Really, this is just like in the Cell Saga when he's thinking it was
Mm,
just like I just need to stay Super Saiyan all the damn time, and then my body would just get used to it. So it's pretty much the
yeah,
same exact thing.
yeah. I think
You
it's
know,
different in the sense though, like we're probably going to see a distinction in games now. Like now that they're saying that it's
yeah,
not a transformation, because we clearly saw that it's a transformation.
yeah.
Like
We
man got
saw that
white
his
hair.
hair changed. The
Yeah.
man got white hair. His eyes turned silver. Like it looks like a transformation if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, if it looks like a duck. You're gonna guess what it is. It's a
A fucking
goddamn duck.
swan, goddamn.
It's a fucking
That's
swan.
that's what Dragon Ball is clearly saying. Oh
Yeah, I
man.
don't yeah, listen, I don't get it. They're like, nope, it's a crow. Okay? Oh, what? What are you talking about,
Okay.
Bobby? So, but they're training. Vegeta is now he's mastering the destruction move. Beerus is start. I like that once again. Beerus and Vegeta have been carrying these last two chapters because their whole interactions, their whole relationships is the best thing.
Yep.
Because you really start seeing Beerus take pride in Vegeta now, especially since he is now more closely training him.
Yep.
uh because Beerus really, Beerus be talking his shit, but he's more prideful in himself and like what he can do. Like this is the first time we really see him go off on a limb and be like, hey yo Vegeta, like don't let Goku like fuck around and pass you up. Like he gives
Exactly.
Vegeta a parting gift. He gives him a little earring, blinged him out a little bit.
hmm
So I think like their interactions are really cool and I really enjoy that. uh so back to the heaters. So the heaters are now like, you know what, we gotta make a play. Seeing Granola too strong, we gotta get him wiped out. Like who do we know? They're like, listen, let's go get in contact with these Saiyans. um so they go visit Zuno. That was
Yep.
the whole Zuno moment was such a like not even Dragon Ball Z but a very Dragon Ball esque like.
Yeah. But
It
they
was
call it out immediately.
tad bit problematic. Tad
They
bit
call it out
problematic.
immediately. It ain't like it's 2021, bro. You need to get with the times. This shit out of you can't keep doing this. Nah, player. This is
Yeah, that
sexual
was
harassment. It's
this. It
wild.
really is. Like that was like, yo, listen, that shit was not okay. Shout out, man. Listen, Zuno needs to get me too. Fuck out of here. He did the same
Yeah.
shit to Bulma.
Exactly.
And listen,
Bruh.
and remember who was there, Mr. Copman, and he was over there asking horny questions too. See, Jocko, see, man, listen, I
Mm.
don't know, man. Dragon Ball Super might be too problematic. Is Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Super needed
Yeah.
in this day and age? Or is the are they? Or is this Dragon Ball Super needed now? Let's ask the real questions.
So
Zuno
here's
every
the
time they
thing.
got,
They're calling it out. They're calling it out. So maybe so, because they're calling it out now.
yeah,
You know,
Toriyama on that
they ain't doing
hornball.
the same. They ain't doing the same thing too much anymore. So I mean,
Hmm.
like,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trusting it. But
I mean, I'm with you though.
but no, so the heaters they get their intel about the Heaters get their intel. They figure out about the Saiyans. They're making this play. I enjoy the Heaters as a character. No, as this little group,
Yeah,
they're really the ones that's kind of they're playing everybody right now. They're
yeah,
drawing in Vegeta and Goku now to this riff and battle that they're kind of having with Granola. They're trying to they're trying to really what they're trying to do is that they're trying to get every single competition xed out, and so they
yeah,
can so they just have a clear path, to pretty much like rule the universe in a sense. So
yeah,
they figure out where the Saiyans are at, where they from. They pull up on Earth. They find Chi Chi and they find Boma. They're like, "Hey, we're in trouble. So can we, we need to, get Goku and Vegeta." Chi Chi makes the call. Chi Chi be on that phone quick when it comes to a bag. She be like, "Goku, get off your ass
yeah,
now." She was like, "Go bring home that
yeah,
bread." She was like, "Fuck
yeah.
out of here with the bullshit."
She let that man free for about 4 years.
Man, listen,
Like,
Goku's life ain't too bad, bro. He really gets to kind of do whatever he want, but when the money, like when it's time to make the money, he knows. He's like, all right, I gotta
yeah,
do
you
this
know,
shit.
she's like, all right, I gotta go bring home the bread for my lady.
Man, listen, he just brings in like big ass bags at a time. He don't be like dropping her
Exactly.
off little shit. You be like, here, bro. Here 100K.
He just
Like hold that for a
he
little
really
bit.
just be coming into a bag, bro. Because this man was a farmer, and then Kirky was like, "Oh, yo, like this is for all the boo stuff. Like, here, take the money and let that man free for the longest." And now that the money is like running down, she's like, "All right, we need the next bag. I'm gonna let you keep going, but like first, come help these folks out so we can go ahead and secure that paycheck." You feel me? So like, hey, Chi know what's up.
Hey, she do, but I don't know, like how this all kind of plays out. It just seems very generic. It's we need your help, like whatever, whatever. Goku, Vegeta, they play airheads, and it's like whatever. Like it turns into more of a their
Well, I
pride
mean,
gets in
it's
a way
not
of
really
them
like
asking questions.
I mean, it's not like they're necessarily airheaded about it because they mentioned the strongest of the universe from the last chapter that Whis had mentioned from the Oracle Fish. So like their interest it was more along the lines of they're talking about the strongest in the universe. So maybe we should go ahead and see what's up because Whis just mentioned it. So they go ahead and get the information. They link up with Maki and what's his name? Oil, they link up with them and they go ahead and get the spiel to, hey, we found the strongest in the universe. We need you to take him out. And they're like, all right, cool. So let's get this information. Give me the rundown. So I mean, in that sense, I don't think it's like out of nowhere from that perspective because like they're just bringing them together. They're literally just setting up the stage, like, and it's not completely out of left field because they already knew about the strongest in the universe.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just the left field stuff. It's just like, bro, it seems too easy for the Heaters. Like they're like not even trying. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just
I
like
think that's
everyone's
the
just
point.
falling right at. But it's just like there's no pushback, no nothing. You niggas is gonna fall into the trap. Like easy money. Um, so they get no, they play Vegeta and Goku, telling that this big threat's coming, that they need help save this planet. Obviously, they're gonna jump to it because they're getting paid for it. Also, Chi Chi like, listen, don't pay me in no space money. I need my shit up front in hand. Like I need it to
Mhm.
be real currency. And Shorty's like, no, I'll give you like full gold bars, and Chi Chi's like, oh hell yeah, like turn that up.
Yeah.
Um, so, Vegeta, Goku, they get on this ship. They're heading to planet Cereal right now, where Granola is. And while that is happening, they call Granola, and then Granola's like, "Yo, you give me what I want. You find Frieza for me." And they're like, "Well, yeah, we did, but what I'm saying, they tipped him off, and so now he's sending two Saiyan assassins to you." And now Granola is like, what word? Like Saiyans too? Like I got no,
Mhm.
because he got this beef with them because they originally destroyed his planet. So now we have Granola gearing up ready for war. We got Vegeta and Goku gearing up ready. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's really where the chapter ends off at, was this last shot of Granola, getting ready to throw hands. But
Yeah.
I think what frustrates me about this is that if I really wanted to, I feel that I could predict how everything is gonna play out and feel that I'm gonna be 90% right. Like
Yeah,
this just
like
seems
I
too
feel the same
this
way.
seems like too Dragon Ball. Because they're gonna fight Granola. Then someone's gonna slip up, and Granola's gonna say like, "You work for Frieza," and Goku's gonna be like, "Man, fuck Frieza!" Like, what? What are you talking about? And then Vegeta's gonna be like, "Yeah, like, I don't work for Frieza no more. Like, what the hell? Like, I killed, like, we killed Frieza." And then I don't know, like, I could,
What where that
and
I can
then
tell you what happens while that's happening because they're going to cereal, and we already know like the Dragon Balls that exist there don't turn into stone. So they got the Dragon Radar. They're heading to a planet with two Dragon Balls, easy to collect. They're gonna make a wish on those balls, and they're gonna more than likely power up one of the heaters. Like they're probably gonna do something like that. I could see
oh
it in the
yeah,
case where they power up what's the gas because gas was
yeah,
the only one that didn't get the rematch against Granola. So like there could be something like that. There could be something like, okay, we know where Frieza is. We're gonna send y'all to Frieza because we know that y'all have like mutual beef. Frieza the real threat, and they go ahead like Vegeta and them could be like, you know what, we could squash that because they already know the truth with Frieza and that Beerus was the one that actually sent them. And that's where it could actually evolve into the case where, all right, so now we actually got to take out Beers because he's the one who set up this shit. Like it could be something like that. Like there's so many different ways, but like you said, 90% of that shit could be right because it's too easy to like see coming.
yeah, definitely. I think the big moment. I say this. I say all to say this is that the one moment that I am looking forward to is the like inevitable Vegeta having to come to terms with his past and come to
Yeah,
terms with everything that has gone on. And I think that
yeah,
him and Granola are like Granola is his like, is gonna get them
yeah,
there. And I hope that moment comes, I hope that like Vegeta be having some dope emotional moments
yeah,
for a character that's so like hardcore. Like his emotional moments are always like top tier. um, I mean, obviously, him blowing himself up in the Boo Saga was like amazing. When
yeah.
him and Goku, when he turns into Majin Vegeta, and there's even that moment where and him and Goku are fighting, where he's like really like, man, like really, I only got this power to fuck you up, like that moment. Like
Exactly.
Vegeta has some great emotional moments, so I think that we're just gonna get another one of those moments from him. But I think I don't know if I'm excited for the overall story that we're about to get.
I feel like it's gonna be a conclusion that just a conclusion in general, like because it's been building up to a lot of great points with Vegeta, like you said. In all honesty, like Dragon Ball could be considered Goku's like entire story. Then we get Z with Goku and Vegeta and Gohan to a sense. But now we have Super Warriors, mainly Goku and Vegeta, but we're focusing more on Vegeta because he has the most development to come out of this, and Goku isn't the one to like fall behind. All of like their growth is interchangeable with each other. So it's like we're getting all of this story about the Saiyans and like their past, how Beerus is connected to it, how Saiyans destroyed Granola's planet, but he's not necessarily a bad guy, but he's the one who's still wrapped up in the type of revenge story that Vegeta didn't get a chance to have himself. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good building point. Like, and for the rest of the year, because it's crazy, we still haven't even got Frieza yet, and this whole thing was supposed to, I thought, originally be about Frieza, and we're just now getting them meeting, like Goku, Vegeta, and Granola. So it's like, I think we're just getting a slow build, but I think the conclusion is going to be that much sweeter once we get to the end of
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes, man. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and just hate on the whole thing, but I'm not.
it.
I'm not gonna say that I'm excited to see where it goes. They have some room to play. They're giving themselves some room to play. Frieza hasn't pulled up yet. And
Yeah,
anytime something is centered around Frieza, it always usually ends up being heat. So
yeah,
they have some room to play here. Hope
but that's why I'm like,
is my faith in Super very high? No, it's not. But I mean, Frieza's always a safe thing for them though. Like
Yeah,
Frieza's always a safe thing. Anything connected to Frieza is always a safe thing for them because there's not much that has to really go into it other than a revenge story or a story of like, you know what I'm saying, Frieza going too overboard and then now,
yeah,
so I am I will still be tuning in. I will still tap in for next
yeah,
month's chapter and for the
yeah.
next couple months. I mean, probably forever because we have a horrible relationship with Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah. I was about
But
to say we might even get like the Frieza backstory because all we know is Frieza was a tyrant. We didn't really get to see like much before like he linked up with the Saiyans and Broly. So I mean like how he get to come in contact with Beerus. We might even see that. Who knows? Fuck Super. I would just end it off that. I would just end it off that. Cause
yo,
dog, like it's
I
really
have
got me.
never,
It's got
yo,
me,
I have AB. What has God done to you?
bro. Cause
I have
like
never
when you
heard you get
said,
so aggressive, bro. I have never
bro,
heard
cause
AD
like
do that.
I'm, bro, because it blows me that like Dragon Ball really might be a part of my life forever, and like
You don't know
just
shit
because they
about
want
Frieza.
to, yeah, because they might just actually do that shit, and I'm like, damn, bro, I really kind of want to see how Frieza got in contact with Beerus though, because that do sound kind of heat, like.
Man, shit. Maybe, yeah, I'm here for it. But yeah, Boruto had a good chapter though. I fucked with that Boruto
Yeah,
chapter.
yeah,
Eat a
yeah.
bad
Oh yeah,
bitch.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
She cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, low key, did you ever like really think about though how like them niggas really are just like ninja policemen? That shit was kind of fucking me up. I was definitely reading this while high. I'm just gonna let everyone know I was high as hell when I first read it. I was like, these niggas are really ninja policemen. Like these niggas got a ninja police task force. Like these niggas is like ninja SWAT. Like that's really wild. Ninja FBI. That's what like 90. That's probably why I don't bang with Naruto. He's all he is really is just like a police chief.
Hey man, real talk though, like the Naruto world, it's funny because we see like Naruto as like the ninja world, but there's like a whole other society to that. Like they be having like feudal lords, like just normal citizens, and we don't never see them. We just see like the ninjas, and they really are just ninja police. They get sent out on missions, like, hey yo, we need you to go find these guys, patrol the area, this, that, and the third. And it's like, dang son, y'all really the feds. They having a whole Skype conversation about like this covert, what's going on with Code and the Ten Tails from the last chapter because they're giving the information about Ishiki and they're giving a rundown of all the Otsutsuki. And it's kind of funny how we're trying to pretty much find out what is going on with Boruto's karma with Momoshiki because he still has the karma and Kawaki doesn't because they got rid of Ishiki. So now we're having this whole conversation with all the five Kages. They're on a Zoom call, having deliberating on what's to come up next. If they need to even kill Boruto, if he goes rogue, and Naruto has to be like, you know what, I will do what needs to be done as Hokage, and that's like, damn son, you might have to take out your own kid. That's crazy.
He was like, I'll do that shit. I mean, Naruto just looking for a reason to kill his son. Nigga's a shitty father. He was, I'll beat that.
What
He
you
was like, listen, he was like, even if he blink wrong, I'll beat his ass. Like he was on he was on some even look at me wrong. Ooh, I can't wait. I've been waiting to knock Boruto out for he answered that way too quick for me. There was no
yeah,
hesitation. They didn't even get the
yeah.
whole question out. They're like, hey, if Boruto turns, I swear to God, I'll kill that little nigga. Like, I swear to God, I'll kill him with my bare hands. Like, I was like, damn, Boruto, like, it's your son still. He had no hesitation in his voice and his heart, none of that. He was like, nope. I'll punch a hole in that kid's chest. I was like, all right, cool. Like, dang, nigga. But yeah, like right now you see all of them kind of really the main focus right now is Code. Everyone's looking for
Yeah,
Code. Code got
yeah,
he got GTA 5 stars right now, bro. Like
yeah.
everybody on his ass. He's just, so Code, he had to make a play. And we finally figure out who that girl was that that
That
we
was locked
saw
in the
last
chamber.
chapter, that was locked in the chamber the last chapter. Her name is Ida, I believe. She was originally supposed to be dead, but Amon decided to save her instead of killing her and just kind of
Yeah,
keep her locked up in his chamber. So, he releases her from the chamber. Code originally attempts to kill her,
but can't.
but can't. Like off rip attempts to kill her. Uh like she walked past the nigga. He said, "Oh, I don't get no hug," and he was just like, "All right, bet I'm gonna stab your ass then." um, but he was like, "Word, no hug for me." Psh, I bet. And listen, is manga problematic? That was problematic too. Like, damn, nigga, she just ain't say hi. He was that mad. He went, man. Listen, I don't. There's a lot of misogyny. Wow, wow, wow.
Hey, bro,
Boruto
we gonna have to break
too.
away from Shonen. I think
We
it's
gonna
something
have
with
to,
Shonen,
listen.
bro. We got to
I
break away from
already
Shonen.
listen. I told y'all I'm anti shonen all May. So send me all the
Yeah,
cute shit to watch.
yeah, I'm
I'm
right
watching
there with
nothing
you.
but
I
shojo.
need the slice of life. Shout out to
I need the
Horimiya.
slice of life.
Horimiya. Go watch
Really?
Horimiya, bro. It's
I
so
bet.
good,
I've
dog.
been watching. I've been watching. Okay, I guess this is technically shonen still, but I've been watching Saki K's disastrous life of Saki
Oh,
K.
bro, that shit is hilarious,
That shit
bro.
been
That
having me in tears. Yo, the fact that I could relate to that nigga so much, I'm like, this is me. I was like, I am watching myself. I was like, God damn, I am watching myself. I was like, the boy, I was like, I feel it. Um, but no, yeah, man. So Ida gets out the chamber. No, she Code attempts to kill her, he can't. But then Code's like, yo, I'm like kind of feeling her. And the old
yeah.
man that's there, what's the old man's name again? It's Bug.
Uh
It's
yeah, it is
something
bug.
like
It is
it's
bug.
Bug. It is
It is
Bug. I was gonna say it's something lowly. Like it's something that like doesn't carry a lot of self esteem in his name. So I was just like, it's not a lot of confidence in the name Bug. Um, but no, so then Bug got kind of breaks it down to him. He's like, well, that's a part of her power. It's like every person that meets her, comes in contact with her, like pretty much falls. In fact, like loves her, and falls for her. That's one of her two main powers. So that's something that Code wasn't really expecting. The really reason why Code awoke her because of her main power, which is she can see into the present, everything
yeah,
that's going on in the present, and she could also see things from the past. She cannot see in the future though, but she could pick
yeah,
up things from the past that's happened within her lifetime, and she could see anything that's going on in the present moment. So
yeah,
her and Code, I think the reason why I like this chapter so much is because the conversation between her and Code is very like you kind of get really drawn into their conversation because she talks a lot because it's not just them sitting there game planning about like how we're gonna kill Naruto. Like she's actually in there like speaking some real shit of just like, you know what, like why she wants to kill Amon and why she hates Amon so much because he
yeah,
fucked her up and now she doesn't know what anyone's true feelings towards her is anymore because everyone immediately falls in love with her and like her struggles with
yeah.
that. Um, she kind of breaks,
How?
she kind of breaks Code down a little bit too, and just kind of talks about him of like, nigga, you really just a slave right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, she kind of gets into him on that, and like, there's just some good conversation that happens between those two characters.
Yeah, but you also see like there's two specific kinds of people that aren't affected by her ability. One are people who are Otsutsukis, and that includes all Jigen, Ishiki, Momosuke, Momoshiki, my bad, and people with karmas, which means Boruto. So we might have a little get together with her and Boruto later. You might never know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, but like she's feeling Boruto and Kawaki because they are there for some odd reason. The karma makes them immune to that.
Yeah. And my bad, it's blood relatives. It's one of them is blood relatives, and the other one are people with karmas or the Otsutsuki. So I mean,
Okay.
like blood relative, like who do you
I
think
mean,
she would
yeah,
be related to in this story? That's the question.
it's gonna fuck around and be like Sasuke's like second cousin or some stupid shit. I don't trust their writing either. I don't trust. Listen, just because they had a good couple of chapters, don't mean I trust their writing either. It's gonna fuck around and be goddamn,
Hell
yeah.
no.
It's gonna be so. It's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be so
Hey, you
dumb.
know what? I wouldn't doubt it either.
Hey, listen, I promise you, they're gonna like. It's very hard that these are two very, very, very popular series with
Yeah,
like that you have zero faith in that they're just gonna because they'll have a good chapter, they have a good run, they have a good 2-3 month run, and the next thing you know, they just give
yeah,
you shit for like another 2-3 months. Like their consistency
yeah,
is so bad to the point where it's like I got you just take things for what they are. And I try to pick the
yeah,
good things out of it, but I'm just like, I'm still always skeptical.
yeah.
But nah,
I'm
it
right
was a
there with
I
you.
but I like I said, I enjoyed the dialogue between her and Code. I think that it's making me like Code more as a character. Um, seeing them game plan, seeing how she's gonna help him out. Like she's like sitting there, like, yeah, they talking about
Yeah,
your ass right now. She's like,
yeah,
she's talking about how they round you up right now. So he's like, you listen, you're gonna be a great asset to me. They cheered, they over there, they drinking on some Casamigos, they chilling, they're like,
yeah,
about to chill. You know what I'm saying? My boy Cole's still trying to score. He don't even care no more. He's like, skip it. We here now. I'm about to just he taking Steph Curry threes.
yeah, yeah. He's like, you know what? You already got my heart shot, so whatever you want, let's get it.
Look, for real.
I,
But but
I
no,
love
so
this interaction.
yeah, the interaction was great. I like both of these series are both kind of setting up some big battles coming up soon. Um,
Yeah,
which is exciting.
yeah,
Which is exciting because I'll say this: for as bad as I'm just starting to understand that we don't read or consume Dragon Ball Z or Boruto or Naruto for any other reason than the action because they always
yeah,
deliver when it's that time. When it's that time to like actually like cats are throwing hands, the fighting, all that, like they always deliver. It's always over the top. It's always some big spectacular moment where everyone's like jaw drops. And so, I know that those moments are gonna come, which I'm excited for, but at the same time, I think I'm just done allowing myself to be blinded by that and just being like, man, this is so great because this I'm like, like this was fun. This is a great moment, but I'm like, I'm done giving them more credit than what is due.
yeah.
I'm done letting
I
them
see where
I'm
you're
done letting
coming
them
from.
slide off the bare minimum.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Because for me, it's like I'm only really tapped in just because I want to see where it goes. You know, we've been tapped in for so long. You just want to like follow. Like, I for me, it's the story is it comes second, but the action will always take precedence. And like you said, we get all of the good fight scenes, good spectacular stuff in the anime when it comes out too. I think the story is supplementary, but also it when it does tell the story, I will be, I'll keep an ear to it because I'm like, all right, they're trying to tell something different with these characters to make it a little bit more meaningful. Or they're trying to add on to the world to build it up a little bit more, and for that, I'm tapped in for that as well because we see the change in technology for Naruto. They got actual computers now. I mean, they used to just have walkie talkies. So I mean, with that, I love the evolution for all of these series. Um, but yeah, man, I think that's just where I'm at with those. Everything
For
else that Jump
sure.
has been putting out is like really good too, though. Like we're getting so much different stories, but you know, I need a break from Jump too. We've been tapped in for so much Jump. Like, dang, where
Yeah,
everything else at?
for real. Yeah, I mean, obviously everything's going on break for the next couple weeks, so I think some things ended on a different note. Jujutsu Kai.
Yeah.
Hey man, hey, listen, hold on. First of all, we gotta say our
Oh yeah,
RIPs.
no, no. Oh yeah, R.I.P.
We gotta
Yeah,
say our
yeah, yeah.
RIPs right now. Hey
Pour
man,
it out for
listen,
the
prayer,
principal, man.
pour it out for my nigga Yaga, bruh.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
pour it out for my nigga Yaga. Listen, man, they crossed my dog. They put my dog on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
Man, listen,
man.
I can't see Panda wearing that t-shirt though, because no, listen, Panda decided to cry. He goes, I'm not gonna do this human stuff. I'm
Hey,
like,
man, that
nah,
was
bro, you
his
should have.
pops. What you mean? That was
Yeah,
his
that's what I'm saying.
dad.
He should have spun the block. I would have murdered that old man right there and then. I would have beat him with that guitar.
Hey,
I would have
man,
ripped
look,
that guitar
that
with
that
my
time will
bare
co
hands.
that time will come. I feel like that time will come where you just can't give Panda like that. Like, at the state that they're in right now, we gotta get all the pieces together, bro.
Nah,
Panda
I
was
did.
just
I
locked
mean,
up. Panda was just locked up. He just got freed by, what's his name? Kusakabe. Um, and, I really wanna see their interactions, like, Kusakabe, Panda maybe take on, the Kyoto Principal, because that was some dirty shit. Like, you ain't have to do my nigga like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, Jujutsu Kaisen, that was a great chapter they had too.
no, yeah, it was. It was definitely a good chapter, a very emotional chapter. I like that they actually kill characters in there, unlike the other series, because I got no confirmation that Gran Torino's heart monitor went flatline. No confirmation this week. So because there was no confirmation this week, we going up another 100K on my nigga Gran Torino's head. So now we are now at 200K. We are now at
But it's the
200K.
lottery.
Yeah, we are now at 200K for Gran Torino's head because we got no confirmation that my man's is dead. None this week. He's still moving around, and I don't like that. I don't like that. That is not
How you gonna
pleasing
get the
for me.
confirmations by June? Like, we gonna add it up for June?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
we gonna
bro.
add it up for
Listen,
all
I'm
of
gonna
May?
still tap in. I'm gonna still be reading. I'm gonna still be reading it. Listen, we gonna. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna add interest too. Yeah, I'm gonna add interest. Like when we come back in June, I'm gonna have interest on this nigga's head. It's probably gonna be like 500, probably around there. Listen, I don't like it. Why is he not? Why listen? They killed my man Yaga. Like he was an
Yeah.
integral part of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays a very important role, and they were able to just he played no games. It's like off him right here. He got killed quick too. Like it wasn't even like he
Yeah.
put up a real fight. Like he just bodied him immediately.
Yeah. That's crazy. We still don't know what his power is. I feel like it has something to do with, like, sound waves, using cursed energy to manipulate sound waves or something like that. Because that man is mean on the guitar. Like, he be cutting it up.
Yeah, I mean, I love how this whole thing too is them just trying to figure out what Panda is and what like
Yeah, yeah.
Yaga
How
can
did how
do.
do you yeah. How does Panda exist with, like, cursed energy, and he's able to move on his own, and we kind of get the explanation about, like, the three cores, being the gorilla, his brother, and his sister, who we haven't seen yet, and his own, and, like, they feed off of each other, and it's like reciprocation of energy, and it's like he didn't give any of that information until he was on his deathbed. And he goes, I was like, bro, this is a curse from me to you, because now you know this information. So, like, what you gonna do with it? Like,
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. When we see this animated, I'm probably gonna watch this high off shrooms just for the simple fact that like he's talking to those little puppets, and I know that shit's
oh
gonna be
my,
mad. Like, I think or like yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like are these vessels? He's talking to the little vessels. I know that's gonna
yeah,
be trippy to see. So I'm gonna shroom it up for that episode.
oh
That shit is
man,
yeah, man. My nigga, yeah. Kusakabe, he was a real one. Released my nigga Panda.
yeah,
Got all. Listen, I think the cool thing about this chapter is that like his death doesn't feel as sad because it doesn't feel sudden. Like throughout this
yeah,
chapter, you can kind of see that he was preparing for it. Like
yeah,
he knew he was gonna die, and so all he did was make sure that all his affairs were in order, make sure all his loved ones were taken care of, and then he was just kind of like, "Nah, when it happens, it happens." And so when it does
yeah,
happen, you kind of have this sense of like, "Damn, at least my dog got closure." Um,
yeah,
and things didn't just it just didn't come out of the sky. So I think like that's why his death, it's sad. It felt sad, but it wasn't like shocking. It wasn't like they killed this nigga. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, it wasn't like
yeah,
that, but it was just like, damn, like that's fucked up. Like, man, like RP my dog.
yeah. And you know that was a call from like the old guys at Jujutsu High, because that was one of their big three things after Shibuya. One of the things was kill the principal, kill Yuji, and keep Gojo imprisoned. So like they already got one of them things checked off. Next up might be Yuji, but Yuji and them are trying to plan out how can they free Gojo and get them on his side. So
Hey,
like
Gojo gonna go ape shit once he gets out.
yes,
Gojo fucking around is
yeah,
about to destroy all of Japan. Like,
yeah,
yeah, whatever he man, listen, Gojo gonna come out.
Ooh.
He gonna bug out. He's going to bug out. Um, yeah. We can quickly shift back into My Hero. Obviously, Gran Torino isn't dead. They didn't give me that, so it's okay. They gave yeah, I mean, they gave us Deku saving. This started off weird. I'm sorry. Like the whole like girl getting attacked in the alleyway and Deku coming to save her. I was like,
I
but like I get it though,
mean,
because well, I get it just because they started off like this because they really want to show us how bad it is on the ground right now. Like how
yeah,
horrible like society is out of control right now. They even refer to it as like this were like pretty much like these are the dark days again. Um
yeah,
so I know that they're attempting to draw that parallel, like set that tone for it. But yeah, like Deku had to come and was like, "Don't hurt her." And they're like, "Well, she shouldn't be out here dressed like this." I was like, "Yo, buddy." I was like, "Have you learned anything?"
prejudice
Like,
against quirks. Like, come on,
I was like, "What?" I was like, "My god." I was like, "Y'all taking
yeah,
it
man,
there?" I
yeah,
Man,
man.
very a lot of misogyny in these in this
Nah,
week in
that
manga.
that ain't misogyny. That's I don't know. Cause her quirk, she was coming up against people who didn't have quirks but like use their weapons you know to handle quirk users or people with quirks. So it's like she wasn't even bothering nobody and they just putting it down on her, like they just beating her ass. So it's like, bro, you're really
Bro,
being
they
prejudiced
literally
against folks who
Bro, they say, "Yeah, well, she shouldn't wander around in the dark looking like that." Bro, what type of
cause she looks like a deer,
niggas
bro.
some
Like she
different
looked like
shit.
a whole, bro.
Niggas
It's
different,
so
bro.
bad, bro. Yeah, they
It's
they in
bad.
wild times right now. They're in really wild times. Niggas can't walk on the street safely no more, just looking normally, bro. Like this is how I look. I can't go to the corner
It's
store and
over
get,
right now.
it's so bad,
Nope,
bro.
she can't go. She can't
Sound
make no corner store runs, none of that. She gotta stay in the crib. She on quarantine.
when art imitates life.
Man, shit. You got All Might, he pulling up in the Batmobile. Hey, how All Might got bread, huh? How That's why he be doing them
He the
hard
number one
drugs.
hero.
Yeah, that's why he be doing them hard drugs. He got bread. He can do them designer shits. He can
His
do them
bro,
designer
his
shits.
pension
That's why the
probably
nigga be having nosebleeds. You be all
his
man. Listen,
pension
I
is
know we call
impeccable. He got a good retirement fund. His 401k is set.
bro. Listen, I know that man. See, we keep calling him a basehead. I mean, he might just be off the coke and the perks, really, bro. Like he be listen. He might be a walkhead. You never know. Like he be doing all
Oh
the
man.
expensive shit. He pull up in the all black. He pull up in the all black Lambo. He's like, Deku, here's some old food. Here are my leftovers. Uh, go eat up real quick, and then get back out on patrol. Uh, then we get another. We go back to when Deku was originally in kind of that zone where he's talking to all the other holders, and we go back to the two holders that had their back turned towards them, and they are refusing to talk to Deku. And the reason why they make it very clear is that they do not appreciate that he's on some like, I want to save Shigaraki. He's like, nah, you need to we need to kill this man, and I can't have you half-assing that. Um,
Yeah.
and they talk, they have their gripe with Deku of just like, bro, I don't like, if you're not fit to like, if you're not fit to kill, you're not fit to hold this power. And then we the original holder, he talks about like, well, you remember how you guys saved me and all these other things, and kind of makes it feel like, he kind of just brings out, you have a good heart type thing. So we see the first user pull up, we see his face, and he's like, all right, like, well, he calls him boy, and he's like, listen, boy, and he's like, we're about to ramp things up a little bit. So
Mm.
when we get back, I'm excited to see what new quirk Deku pulls out with him.
Yeah, same. It's really dope that we finally get to see the two guys who are faced in the corner for so long, and we don't really get too much information on them. Um, but we do see like they were the ones who saved the first user, and I think it's going to be really interesting and pretty fun to see how their stories are intertwined, because it would be dope to see. You know, I really just want to see if they'll ever do an OVA or like a side story manga where they just explain all the one for all users, and their times of holding it or their journeys as heroes. I don't think we'll get it during this because this is still Deku's story, but like it just makes me all the more interested in, each of these characters that we're seeing, even if they're not, a part of the story a lot. Like, my hero really just has like a great cast of characters, bro. From like 1A to 1B to like the villains, like the one for all users, even some of the side villains that even just come back up, like Stain. There's just so many different characters in my hero that are just really fun to see, and I'm really excited to see what happens from this point on, because like they left us on a really big cliffhanger here.
Yeah, they did. So I'm excited to what happens when they come back and pick it up. I think I think both series, Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero, both ended off in a good spot where you're like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, they both end off in a really good spot. So I'm here for it.
Yeah.
One Piece was fun. Is there any other chapters that you like this week? We don't gotta get into depth with just any other chapters that you enjoyed. I enjoyed the One Piece
Um,
chapter.
One Piece was
Obviously
fun.
Sakamoto
Witch Watch
Days.
was pretty fun.
Blue Box. Hey, I'm kind of all in on Blue. Hey, I'm kind
I
of
got
into
I got
Blue
to catch up to
Box.
Blue Box. I didn't read Blue Box chapter this week. I did read last week's chapter. That was pretty fun. Um, but yeah, I think Blue Box is gonna be a pretty interesting one to see. The dynamic
Yeah.
between badminton and basketball, and like them playing off of each other to like boost their skills across both sports. I think that's gonna be really interesting to see.
I've been getting a lot of them texts that's like, hey, I tell C. So so
Shout out to
I'm telling
Jeffery and
y'all.
Platinum Inn. I
Yeah,
got I
shout
got
out
to
to
shout out
Jeff.
Jeffery.
All right, man. But before we wrap this up, what are while we're gone for the month, what are three things that you want people to read? Or not even
Oh,
three,
three.
just like, just what are some things that you want people to tap into? It doesn't even have to be Shonen Jump shit or like anything. Like, what is something that y'all want people to tap into? Because I need everybody and they mama to tap into Tokyo Revengers. I am so
Oh,
high
that
on
that was
Tokyo
actually gonna be
Revengers.
next up on me. That was gonna be next up for me.
Dude, Tokyo Revengers is one of them ones, bro. I promise to God, Tokyo Revengers is that good. I am in
um,
love with the manga. I mean, there are only 3 episodes in for the anime, but the manga is so good. Like I read 60 chapters last night. Like
God
that's
damn.
how tuned in I was.
Hey,
That's
I'm
how tuned
definitely
in I
gonna tap
was.
in now. I'm definitely gonna tap in then at some point. Ooh. All right, bet. You want to finish out your three, and I'll just give mine.
All right, things I want people to read. Obviously, Tokyo Revengers is one of them. Um, shit, I really didn't even have a three. You usually be more on top of that type of stuff than me. That's why I always ask you. Because I've been
um.
heavy on that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got some shit, but you know, um, I'll say people need to tap into Hell's Paradise. The anime is coming at some point. 127 chapters, but like it's so fucking fire. If you like Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man, like imagine those two kind of put together. It's really, really good. Like it's some of the best. The art mixed with the action, mixed with like just the background story and the details, all of that stuff is great. So Hell's Paradise. Um I've been watching Kimono Jihen, and that's been kind of dope. Kamane is a cool little nigga. And then Horimiya. Horimiya is fun. You're gonna love Horimiya, bro. I swear that's like fun slice of life, dog. Like if you like
All right,
Kaguya-sama, you're gonna love Horimiya. Mm.
all right, but I'm a tap into both. I what you gonna call it? Dang, it just slipped my mind. I was just gonna say what else I've been watching and tapping into. Okay, I sent Jeff a very very funny text too because we brought shout out to the lookout.
Yeah.
Um, I watched Golden Boy. Just I mean it's only like 6 episodes, and all horniness aside, Golden Boy heat. Golden Boy is funny as hell. And he teaches some real ass lessons in there. I was like, damn, this nigga was awesome. So yeah, I mean, if y'all looking for some other comedy shit to watch and some old shit to watch Golden Boy. That's just my other
Oh,
sign off. But man, just read manga. You already know,
yeah.
just read mangas and
You
watch
already
some
know.
anime. You already know. You already know what we're doing here. Appreciate you guys. Like we said, make sure you're following the Lookout RNC on well, first of all, subscribe to the Lookout RNC wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow the Lookout RNC on Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you're following RNC Radio Live, and subscribe to them. Shoot, man. Listen, y'all have a great month of May. We will be back, and we'll be back stronger and better than ever. This Friday, though, we got a little bonus something for you guys, so we gonna leave y'all completely hanging. But you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? AD, what's the sign off?
You already know. Please read more manga, watch more anime, drink more water, and live more life. See y'all later.